Good evening, beautiful people of the You Create the Dream page, and welcome to Awake in the Dream. This is our weekly Ask Me Anything call. Here we are, Monday again. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? I would love to know how your weekend was. I, in fact, was training all weekend. I had a Reiki 2 training, which was absolutely fabulous. The girls blew my mind. They were, picked up so much on people they didn't know. They were sending healing, reading people, doing all sorts of things. Hello, Marina, first as usual. How are you? How was your weekend? Lovely. I'm looking forward to sharing a weekend with you. So this coming weekend, I have Reiki 1. And Marina, I'm very much looking forward to spending that time with you. Do say hi as you come on. Let me know that you're here. I have had so much sort of coming through in the last half hour, and as usual, like, throughout the day I might think, well, this is what I think I'm going to talk about tonight, or these I'll go through people's questions and I might decide to answer people's questions that they asked upon signing up. But this last half hour, everything just seems to have been tipped on its head, because I have stuff that I really need to speak to for you guys. Just say hi as you come on. Let me know that you're here. I would love to acknowledge your beautiful presence. If this is the first time you have listened to an Awake in the Dream call, then please introduce yourself. If you know me and we have done things together in the past, and I would appreciate you saying hello. Hello, Renee. Hello, Jane. How are you, beautiful? Renee, I'm sending so much love to that gorgeous little girl. Yeah, so much love. Please do keep me in the loop and let me know how things are going there, honey. We have Mary Jane from Team JOANNE ANTOUN here. Rob, hello, how are you? So lovely to see you all. Well, actually I can't see you, but so lovely to feel your energetic presence as usual. Okay, so I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Okay, so as I was saying, earlier today, I had a particular vibe, and I thought I wanted to talk to that, and that's all, done a bit of a flip. I continue to receive so many messages on a daily basis, and the emotions that you're very welcome, Renee, and please, anyone that's here on the live call, feel free to ask any questions at any time. I have mentioned a couple of times that I'm receiving lots of messages on a daily basis, right? And they're increasing dramatically increasing. And what I started to recognize was the same sort of emotions are being expressed. And those emotions are being expressed over and over again. They're things like fear, insecurity, highly anxious, feeling a lack of control, confusion, grief, anger, bitterness is coming up a bit, frustrated, depressed, panicked. There are a lot of people that are feeling these sorts of emotions, and I'm sure with what's going on globally, we all know somebody that is feeling like that, somebody that's caught up in the fear, or maybe it's yourself at times. But I've also mentioned many times over the past couple of years, because we have been in this for almost 2 years now. It's crazy, right? But I've also mentioned that those that were in fear, or that are in fear, aren't letting the light in. That in fact we have so much help, we have so much support, and because of the fear and being such a low frequency and low vibration, the amount of light that is being sent to you, you're not able to receive it. You're not a good receptor for it, because you're not a match for it. Hello, beautiful Valerie. How are you, lovely? So the first time I mentioned this was on the 27th of March last year. So the 27th of March last year, I did a short video on this very page, on the You Create the Dream page. So that's March 2020, not 2021, 2020. And in that video, I mentioned that this is not about a virus. Hello, beautiful Josette. How are you, gorgeous? So I mentioned that what is going on is not about a virus, that there is so much more going on. And this was way before a vaccine was even mentioned, right? It was basically the beginning of the drumming in of fear. So I mentioned that there was a lot more going on. And in that same video, I mentioned that people were in fear, so much so that they were repelling that light, that the light was bouncing off them, right? So actually, we've got Mary Jane on. So Mary Jane, that video was March 27th. If you could maybe share it here in the comments, that would be great. So then people after the call can watch that. Hey everyone. We are without a doubt living in uncertain times. And I understand that people have different needs and wants, that there's a lot of fear out there and a lot of people are needing to express that fear. I have absolutely no judgment there. But what I will say is that I choose to not get in the ditch with you, that I choose to be here to help you come out of that space. Understand that once you have expressed that fear, once you have let it come up and out, you don't want it stored in your system, that's for sure, because that suppresses your immunity. But once you have allowed it to come up and out, then let it go. Stop feeding it. Stop feeding it. You have a choice right now. You can choose to align to the future that you do want, to come from that space of fear into faith, to go from uncertainty and into certainty. And you might say, well, there's nothing certain. There is. You see, we will always have the power of free will and choice. We get to choose how we see things. We get to choose how much power we lose to them. And we get to choose how long we lose power. But we get to choose who we're going to be through any situation. We can choose to rise together. We can choose to be a more empowered version of ourselves. In fact, what most people are afraid of is the fear of change. Yet, interestingly, prior to all of this, what did everybody want? Everybody wanted change. People wanted other people to wake up, for people to start looking after our planet better. We wanted change. And now that it's here, people are fearful of it. There are so many opportunities, so many possibilities, so much in the field of potentiality that exists for us. Now, I, for one, have been feeling so much amazing energy coming through. I'm excited about the possibilities. I'm excited about us rising together, about us being more. We don't want to go back to how things used to be. We get to create an amazing future if we come up together. I have had so much energy flowing through. I have seen this amazing amount of light being showered over the entire planet. And what I also see is that for those that are stuck in fear, this light seems to be bouncing off them, almost like repelling off them. But for the light workers, we're being asked to step up, to be that clear conduit, to be that vessel, to allow that light to flow through us so that we can download it here for everybody. There is so much going on. It's not the virus that's the crisis. There's so much more going on here. You know, I was born for this moment. I know that. But I also know that you were too. We are all here right now because this is where we're meant to be. We are all here right now because we get to contribute to positive change. We get to contribute to the collective to create a future that we desire. So this morning I had a message coming through that I needed to create some sort of just very short program for you all for free. And I've made that commitment on my private Facebook group, You Create the Dream. I'm going to pop that link down here for you. I have no idea. It could be 2 or 3 live calls that'll probably go for an hour each. I have no idea right now. I just know that this is what I was told this morning and I've made the commitment. So, let me help you. For those that are fearful, let me turn that fear into faith. Let me bring you from that space of uncertainty and into certainty. Let me help you rise into a higher vibration. For those of you, the light workers, for those of you that are being positive, for those of you holding the light, come and join us. Join us so that we can all step up together, so that we can be the difference. So as I mentioned, this could be 2 or 3 live calls. I really don't know yet. I'm just going to have this stuff channel through me and download. But I am here for you. I would love you to join us. I'd say it's probably going to start on Sunday evening. Like I said, more than likely 3 calls, but looking at starting that on Sunday evening. So I will pop the link to my Facebook group in the comments, and feel free to connect with me there. Much love to you all. Remember, there's so much being offered to us. We have so many opportunities, and let's raise our vibration and work together. Much love to you. Start. Okay. So I was saying I've been shown that vision over and over again. There is so much light. There is so much support, but we need to allow ourselves to receive it. We need to allow ourselves to embody it. Thank you so much, Amanda. Amanda saying it's fine for her. So we need to allow this light in. There's no lack of light. There's no lack of love. There's no lack of support being offered to us. In fact, honestly, from that vision that I saw in March last year, and the vision I'm continuously shown, there is more light being offered than I have ever seen. There is so much of it, and it's really difficult for me to explain the image, and I'm not a really good artist, so I can't draw it for you, but there is so much. But this is where it comes back to you, okay? It comes back to us as a collective. We need to allow ourselves to embody this light. Hi Lily, how you going, sweetheart? Lovely to see you. Josette's also saying it's pausing at her end. So Josette, I'm wondering if, I think those that have mentioned it, no, Marina's in Canberra. I was thinking it was maybe a Sydney thing if there's a storm coming. All right, so we were talking about embodying the light. I want you to know that no matter what, no matter where we are, no matter how things look outside of us, so I've just got this rush of energy. It's like if I could dive through the screen and give you the biggest bear hug and just say you really need to hear this, I would, because that's what it feels like. I'm kind of getting it, like, you guys have to let this land. You have to let this sink in. No matter what things look like outside of us, we always have a choice. We always have a choice. We are meaning-making machines. We get to choose our vibration. We get to choose our emotions. We get to choose whether or not we let them, I'm going to just call them, whether we let them divide us. You get to decide. You get to decide in every moment how you feel. You get to decide how you will respond. You get to decide who you will be in the moment. You get to choose whether or not you let this division to take place. We get to choose whether we let them direct us to low vibing planes of consciousness. And I mean that sentence. Direct us to low vibing levels of consciousness, I think I said. Are we going to allow them to direct us that way? And I'll tell you how people are directed that way in a moment. Okay? Are we going to allow that to happen? Are we allowing ourselves to go into the depths of this low vibe state where we move even further apart from, further away from the knowing that we are the power in our world? Are we going to allow that to continue so that we get to the point where we have truly forgotten how powerful we are? Or are we going to rise? Are we going to master our mind? Are we going to listen to our heart? And are we together, collectively, going to, allow ourselves to move through this period of transition, through this period of transformation at speed? Because let me tell you, the wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. It is happening, and this is what's going on. But you get to choose. Are you going to plug yourself into the dark? Are you going to plug yourself into the craziness, the corruption, the BS media stories? Or are you going to go, you know what, I know this is not easy, but I am so freaking excited because we are here in the midst of transformation, and I got to be here. I am here, front row seats. I might not like how the show is playing out, but I know that I get to contribute to the ending, that this is in fact an interactive show and I get to contribute in the most powerful way possible. And my best contribution is going to be me choosing at all times to be aware of what I'm thinking, to be aware of what I'm feeling, to be aware of what I'm radiating, to be aware of the fact that all I need to do is stay strong and solid in my power. And then the guidance will come through clearly and I will know what my next best step is. And that is coming through so fast. I'm loving the tingles. Stacey's saying it pauses every few seconds. Okay, ladies, for those that it's glitching, I'm really sorry, but some are saying that it's okay. Marina, give the best hugs. You are so gorgeous, Marina. Okay, so we get we have an opportunity in each and every moment to choose. We get to choose. Are you going to be pulled away from the power that is you, or are you going to master your mind and therefore master your power and listen to your heart? It's head and heart alignment. This past couple of years has tested us. Okay, there hasn't been a single person that's gone untouched. This time has tested us. And, I'm going to say to you that, I've had a lot of downloads of late especially, and the next couple of years are going to test us too. Okay, I would love to sit here and say that, 6 a.m. next, Wednesday morning, we're going to wake up and we're going to see that, rainbows everywhere, unicorns, butterflies, etc. So I would love to say that to you. But you know what? First of all, it wouldn't be honest. But the best thing that I can do for you, you guys know, for those that have been a part of my world, and I know some of you here have been a part of my world for over 20 years, that my message has always been that you are the power in your world, that you have everything that you need within you. And it becomes more and more evident to me every single day that my whole life and my whole purpose and that message that I have been sharing forever has been for now. That the best thing I can do for you is arm you with truths. That the best thing that I can do for you is be a massively strong support for you, and for me to be a living example and to hold the light and to shine the light for you until you can hold your own. And you will hold your own the moment you realize how truly powerful you are. That you always, always have a choice. Always. So we need to remember that we chose to be here for this. We chose to be here for this time of transformation. We chose to be here so that we could contribute. So let's together make sure that our contribution is a positive one. It's a massively positive one. So let's choose to be a positive contribution, to own your personal, you're doing it actually. I'm going to flip that for a minute. You're going to do that not only for your own personal growth, because you are here for your own personal growth as well, but you're also here for the contribution to us as a collective, to our collective growth as well. Our intuition, our heart, and our bodies can and will guide us through this. They will guide us through this and they will guide us out of this. But the only way is through, right? So as I mentioned a moment ago, that the wheels are in motion, that this is, this is our time of transformation. It's taking place and there's no stopping it. But it's not always going to be easy. And sorry, this is where I lost my train of thought. So we can choose the fear, or we can choose to go, okay, I know this is not easy. But if I know that it's not easy, then I can be prepared for every possible scenario. Every possible scenario. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, then that. And if we're prepared for every possible scenario, then nothing really takes you off guard. That you have this capacity to go, you know what? I'm really solid in my power, and no matter what comes, I know I have within me everything I need to deal with the situation. But I'm also of clarity of mind so that the guidance comes through and I know how to prepare for the next best step, or I know how to best handle what's coming, or I gain insights as to what my next best step is or what my next move is. So remembering that, we are never ever sent anything that we can't handle. But the noise of our mind is what needs to quieten. this stuff. If it's positive, great, because then you're high vibing. If it's not, then we need to work on that. We need to quieten the mind, quieten the noise, quieten the BS, so as to be really good receivers of the guidance, so as to be receptive of that guidance that is constantly being offered to us. Okay, it is constantly there. It is there for you to tap into at any time. So we need to do that rather than getting stuck in a permanent state of angst and despair and uncertainty and fear and all those things. We get to choose. So I want to tell you how your emotions affect you physically, because not only is this about our contribution to this time of transformation, but I need you to understand what you're doing to your own body when we allow ourselves to go into these states, right? If you feel a deep sense of insecurity, as an example, then you're affecting your heart and your small intestine. So I want you to choose love, choose peace, connect with nature, so as to come back to feelings of inspiration. Don't let them win. Don't let those negative feelings win. Don't let the shit that's going on win, right? If you feel anxious, if you feel worried, if you feel helplessness, or if you feel a lack of control, then that is directly affecting your stomach and your spleen. So again, we want to come back to love, we want to come back to peace, we want to come back to balance, come back to harmony, and connect with nature. Now I'm going to say connect with nature a lot during tonight's call, because it is our medicine. Connecting with nature, really feeling Mother Earth, feeling, the beautiful, blissful energies feeds us as well. We want to make sure that we don't let that other stuff win. If I can have somebody just say hello. The last message I'm seeing is Stacey's, saying that she'll watch the replay. So I just want to make sure that I haven't, that I'm, still there for you guys, that you can actually see me, and that the video is still going okay at your end. Otherwise, I've been waffling for quite a while without realizing it's not working. All right, so okay, confusion. If you're feeling confusion, grief, those sorts of emotions, then what that's doing is directly affecting your lungs and your colon. So again, choose love, choose peace, connect with nature, be present, get your feet into the dirt, put your bare feet on the grass, those sorts of things. Jane's saying I'm still here. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jane. Come back to those feelings of inspiration. If you're feeling anger, if you're feeling bitter, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling panicked, then that is directly affecting your liver and your gallbladder. Choose love, choose peace, and connect with nature so that you can come back into balance again, so that you can come back into these feelings of inspiration. Think about it. When we're feeling inspiration, we don't look down. We look up. Think about it. I want you to remember the moments where you felt inspired. It's like, oh my goodness, I feel so connected. I feel so inspired. We look up. I feel so connected. I feel so inspired. Complete mismatch, right? Marina, nature is best. Didn't have a great day at work the other day, so I went outside and watched the bees collect pollen. Instant mood changer. Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing, Marina. It is. It's an instant mood changer. It's a fantastic way of describing it. So get into nature. Choose love. Choose things that bring you back into balance, that bring you back into peace, that bring you back into love, that bring you back into harmony. So if you feel fear, dread, terror, then that is directly affecting your kidneys and your bladder. Okay, so your kidneys and your bladder are directly affected there. Again, choose love, get into nature, bring yourself back to peace, whatever it does whatever it takes to bring you into that state of balance again. Let's not let them win. Let's not let them win. We get to move through this as quickly as we want. And that's dependent on the collective. Okay, like I said, I would love to have it all over and done with tomorrow, but it's not going to happen that way. This is an amazing opportunity for growth. those who control the narrative, those that control the media and the social media and the algorithms and all that stuff, it's all designed to keep you trapped in low mental and emotional wavelengths. Okay, it's designed to have these spikes of fear. It is designed to have these spikes of uncertainty. It's designed to keep you in that space. They're trying to keep you in states of confusion, uncertainty, fear, anger, anxiety, because they know that those emotions weaken you. They weaken you physically, they weaken you emotionally, and they take you further away from your power. Because you can't be on both sides of the fence at the same time. You cannot feel love and fear at the same time. It's not possible. You cannot be in victim consciousness and the power in your world at the same time. But you can be one or the other. You can be one or the other, and you get to choose every single time, so don't let them win. You'll have moments. We're human. We will all have moments. But how quickly you pull yourself out of that moment and up into a higher vibration is completely up to you. So I want you to start to see the world with eyes wide open. Your heart open, your eyes wide open, your mind clear, full head and heart alignment, so as to allow that guidance to drop in for you. Look at the game that's being played. It's being played for such a long, long time. We have fear-mongering, we have coercion in its ugliest form. People are losing jobs, they're losing any form of security that they had. People have been pretty much declared non-essential. The supply chain is being messed with. The cost of living at the same time is quickly going up. You know, economic collapse is all part of the game. And this is not the virus. The virus didn't do that. The choices that were made did that. The virus didn't do that. So look at the playbook that's taking place globally. The sad thing is that for a very long time, people have sufficiently been programmed. And that's all been part of this plan. It's classic hypnosis. And for those that I've spoken to personally, I keep on saying to them, you know, the one-on-one conversations I have, this is classic hypnosis. Anyone that studied hypnosis, anyone that has studied communication and language pattern will see this clearly. They're trying to trap you into low planes of consciousness. Don't let them. This whole story about giving an inch is only so they can take a mile. This is the falsehoods, maybe in part of the falsehood I spoke about last week, that it's about giving you a little bit so then you have this sense of freedom, and then they'll take more, but you're being sufficiently programmed along the way. You cannot be programmed if you have your eyes wide open, if you keep yourself here in present time and you choose zero fear. Zero fear. Zero. I'm actually just paying attention right now while I say that to how I'm standing. I've got my feet, probably a bit more than shoulder width apart, and I kind of feel solid. I feel warrior-like. But this is what's coming through, that we need to stand strong in our power. We need to stand like this. We need to be a shining example for other people too, because they're not where we are yet. Okay, we all, no matter where we are, we have work to do. So what is it we do? How do we pull ourselves up? Now, there are things that, we need to do, that are spiritual things, but obviously there are physical things to do too. I've mentioned nature several times, but it's so powerful. Get outside. Connect with nature, awaken the inspiration within you. And nature's a fabulous way to do that. Like literally, go up and lean on a tree, touch the tree, breathe the tree in. The tree is connected deep into the earth and it's always heading up towards the sunlight, towards the heavens. Capture some of that energy, breathe it in. Feel that communication loop with all of nature. That inspires you, right? It's like, again, my head's tilted up naturally. When we're inspired and feeling good, it's not this, it's this. Look at the word inspiration. Inspiration in Latin actually means in spirit. So do what inspires you. Choose to feel inspired. You are either in reaction or creation in any given moment. Are you reacting to what's going on outside of you, or are you seeing it for what is? I'm not talking about being blinded to it. Are you seeing it for what it is and instead choosing to be the point of creation? Choosing to blast a whole lot of light that way because you can hold enough light, because you can embody enough light to make sure that that light touches so many people and elevates them and holds space for them. You get to make a choice. Are you reacting to what you see, or are you in creation, the point of creation, where I know I can change that frequency, I know I can change that light, I know I can blast a whole lot of light. For those who've done Reiki, you do your symbols and what have you, but you send light and you contribute to bringing to that person or to that place or to that situation feelings of peace. Reaction or creation, remember that. We get to contribute to being a positive force for good. A positive force for good. So get into creation mode. In any given moment, ask yourself, am I reacting to something, or am I in creation? And at the point of creation, I can change everything. They want you to argue. They want division. They can only control you if you submit your free will. But free will is and has always been there for you. It will always be yours. Joe said, hugging a tree is amazing. It certainly is. You will always have control over your energy. You will always have control over your thoughts. You will always have control over your feelings. So transmute your energy. If it's low, change it. Plug yourself into something of high vibe. You get to transmute it. You get to change it. And look, I'm not telling you to not feel, because you don't want to trap emotions and have them frozen in time and not deal with your emotions. It's not that at all. But remember that feelings, emotions are fluid. They come and they go. It's energy in motion. The problem with emotions is that we don't allow them to stay in motion. We often grab them, feed them, trap them, right? So we want to allow that energy to remain in motion, which means I'm going to allow them I'm going to process them, right? I'm going to allow them to come up and out, and I'm going to release them into that flowing river. Just let it go, just let it go, just let it go. And in doing that, I'm going to consciously choose a better feeling. I'm going to choose a feeling that inspires me, right? That's what you need to do. Recognize where you're at and transmute that energy. Change it for something better. Choose to be inspired. Choose to be enriched. Choose to be empowered. Talk to loved ones. Connect with friends that you haven't seen or spoken to for ages. Maybe you can't see them, right? But Zoom, meet on Cafe Zoom. Connect with people you haven't connected with for ages. Breathe and breathe deep. Often, if you've done any of my other programs, you'll hear me saying that a lot. Breathe and breathe deep. Often you don't breathe deep when you're in any of those low vibing emotions. If anything, it's very shallow and you're barely getting enough. But the universe will support you. The universe has your back and it will give you anything that you desire. But you need to be a good receiver. And if you're not a good receiver of the breath, then you can't be a good receiver of all the things that you desire. Go for walks. Put your bare feet in the grass. Do some gardening. Do some gardening. Grow your own food. Surround yourself with people and things that inspire you. Pop affirmations all over your mirror in the bathroom. Pop affirmations around the house if you need to. Do whatever it does, or do whatever it takes to remind yourself to make more empowered choices. Shift into what it is that you can control rather than focusing on the things that you can't. Don't get sucked into their, what words am I looking for here? Their destructive distractions. Because that's what they are. They are destructive distractions. And that's where they want you. Don't go there, because the world is still a beautiful place and that there is so much magic, but you get to choose what you plug into. You are energy. Everything is energy. You are divinely powerful and they want you to forget that, but don't let them. You still have control over your reality no matter what. You are a meaning-making machine, so choose a meaning and an emotion that serves you. Take care of your mind, your body, your emotions. Focus on being physically and mentally strong. Focus on being emotionally peaceful, harmonious. And I know I've already mentioned growing food, and I honestly feel that that is so important. Not just so that you can have your own fresh supplies, but it's also great for you mentally and emotionally too. It's rewarding. It's earthing, it's grounding, to get your fingers, your hands in the soil, to pick your own fresh food, to have, highly nutritious foods from your garden into your plate. It's nourishing, it's nurturing, and you get to, from the moment you put the seed into the soil right through to when you're eating it, you get to give thanks all the way, and it's going to provide you with so much more than anything from the store ever will, organic or not. Because it's been grown with love, it's been given intention and attention. Also consider buying a little bit of extra food every week, especially dry goods. Lentils, rice, pasta, that sort of stuff. I would highly recommend just doing little bits of that. Why? If this then that, if this then that, if this then that, if this then that. Even if I want to avoid people for a bit, it doesn't matter because I've got supplies, right? So just if this then that, if this then that. But this information comes through when you are present and of clear mind. The aim is to be also less wasteful of what we do have. Things are going to be different. Marina, I'm writing a list of what food to grow. Your garden inspired me. It's something I've always wanted to do. Marina, I have a fantastic photograph. It's a poster actually, but it's what to grow when in different regions. And Canberra, you've got the same growing season as us. So I'm happy to share that with you. And now's the perfect time to start planting. I'm certainly happy to share. So, and I will be sharing my garden from time to time. It's every day, morning and afternoon. The growth, how quickly everything's taking off is amazing. So there will always be some things that we might have to, sorry, where am I? Lost my train of thought. Okay, yes, I was saying about but not being wasteful. In many of the Western countries, there is so much waste. So much waste. There are going to be periods of time where things are going to be a little bit different. And we might have to go without a few things, right? Just because things change, right? Prices are going up, things are changing. So if this, then that, if this, then that, if this, then that. But you know what the gift is in this? It teaches us to be resilient. It teaches us to be adaptable. It teaches us to be flexible. And as you become more conscious, you'll find that you will naturally begin to reprioritize, okay? You'll reorder things, restructure things and how you do things. And there are going to be things that you thought were important before, as you start to prioritize stuff, there are going to be things that you thought were really important before, and they're not going to seem so important. And the things that you maybe took for granted before, you're going to realize that they were the things that really mattered all along. And honestly and truly, what a fabulous lesson that is. How fabulous is it that maybe we will, I don't know, invite friends over for a beautiful meal rather than buying a pair of shoes? Okay, that's just the idea that came to me now. But what if it's something like that? What if we start to realize that all those other things that we were doing really weren't that important, but now we actually value what's really important. We know what's important. Love, connection, togetherness, community, all these things. What a beautiful gift that is. There's a blessing in absolutely everything. You mastering your mind and recognizing that you truly are the power in your world is important. Because you are, you always have been, but you forgot. Valuing yourself and your body, the temple that is you, is important. Getting in touch with and listening to your guidance and taking the necessary action is important. Because some people will listen to their guidance and go, oh my God, I got this message, but do zero with it. I want you to think of the law of attraction. The word action is actually in attraction. So listen to your guidance. Listen to it. Listen to it so that you know what it is that you need to do, and then take the necessary action. Being kind to yourself and others is important. No judgment. Everyone is where they're at. They're operating from their level of consciousness. Blessing others is important. I promise you that you can navigate this time with far more ease, and you truly can thrive. You can thrive, and you can be abundant, and you truly can have it all, is what I just heard. So choose to be empowered. Choose to be empowered in spirit, and choose to be a shining light for others. I also, I know I did mention this last Monday, but I also want to support you through this in ways that, that I can. And just a reminder that this coming Wednesday, the 17th, it is the 7th, yes, 2 days from now, this Wednesday the 17th at 7 p.m. at Australian Eastern Standard Time, so that is Sydney time, I am offering a free live online group breathwork session. And if you're searching for answers, if you're wanting to raise your vibration, if you're wanting to zone out, if you're wanting to escape the noise, if you're wanting to allow unhealed and trapped emotions and inflammation even to come up and out, and to allow clear guidance to come through, and to literally feel the movement of energies through you, and to feel your spirit team around, if you're wanting all this, then this session is for you. So it's Wednesday the 17th of November, so 2 days from now at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already asked for registration, then all you need to do is comment yes please in the links, yes please in the comments, and we will provide you a link for you to register, and you'll receive your Zoom link and instructions. But I'm here to support you. And actually, also on that note, I do have a program coming up, The Power of You. I think that is on the 8th of December. You'll start to see some promo about that coming up, but that's also a fabulous way to really have you standing fully in your power. The Power of You is an amazing, amazing program. All right, Valerie's saying she's struggling too with connection. I'm wondering if it might be a storm in your area. Sharon, yes please, for breathwork. Sharon, you would absolutely love it. So we'll be sure to give you the link. Yeah, for those that where it's glitchy, I'm not sure what's going on, but others are seeing me and hearing me okay. Marina loves that program, beautiful. Renee, yes please. So we have a few people to send links to. We will do that straight after this call. Much, much love to you all. Please know that there are so many opportunities to thrive during this time. We are so blessed to be here during this time, to be here to contribute to and to witness transformation. We have front row seats. We might not like the show. We might not like how things are unfolding right now, but there is such a huge opportunity for our own personal growth and collective growth through this period. And we are the ones in control of the ending. We get to do that. Us, our energy. Zero fear. Anytime the other emotions come up, out, let them go, let them pass like a flowing river, and bring yourself back into absolute presence, peace, harmony, clarity of mind, an open heart. Allow that guidance to come through, and always, always remember that you are the power in your world. Mary Jane's actually sharing that link now. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. All right, much love to you all. I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Good night, everybody.